Hi guys.
Hi.
Hey, so we heard where a few of you are from. You can probably tell from my accent that I have a British passport. Some of you might be able to tell that. I think some others do here as well, right? Yeah, you're as fucked as I am. Yeah, Brexit. Thanks for that, guys. Yeah, but I was actually born in South Africa. So in South Africa, when you're born in South Africa and then you have a British passport, you're called saltpeen, which means salty dick, because you have 1 foot in the UK, 1 foot in South Africa, and your dick's just kind of swinging somewhere in the middle in the Atlantic Ocean. I don't have a dick, although some might be like, is she trans? Someone mentioned trans videos earlier, who knows today, right? It's like the thumbnails, they are confusing, I get that. But no, I don't have a dick, but I have grown 3 dicks. Yeah, now you're like, what the fuck? Yeah, I have 3 sons. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, that normally gets more of a clap, but that's okay, that's all right. Yeah, so I have 3 boys. They're 11, 9, and 3 years old, which basically means that my house is constantly a shitstorm, and there's no clean bathroom that I can ever use, you know what I'm saying? Like, no matter how many times you're like, and we lift it up, and we lift, and we aim, and we flush. It just goes fucking everywhere. Honestly, it's an absolute shitstorm. And the latest thing is now my 3-year-old has learned to come out of nappies, which is great. He's potty trained. But what he does is he wants to poo on his own, right? And so he's like, please go out. Leave me alone. He's actually half French, my partner's French. So he's like, tu sors! Tu sors! I got that, yeah. And I'm like, okay, I go out. And you're just waiting outside, and then he'll just like get off the loo. Right, instead of waiting, I'm like, just wait, and he'll just leave this huge swipe all over the Yeah, it's fun times. My kind of nirvana, my actual nirvana is just, some people are like, oh my god, I want to have like amazing sex with my partner, I want to have like amazing sleep. I'm just like, I just want a really like pristine, fucking could eat off the counter, shiny fucking bathroom. You know? That's my nirvana. That's what I'm aiming for when they are teenagers. You know, but I'm thinking we need to kind of advance that basically to in the next year and a half. Otherwise, it's not really sustainable. So I will have 3 teen boys at some point, which will be really interesting. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I have 3 brothers, so I remember what adolescence was like for them. Yeah, lots of closed doors and tissues on hand. So yeah, that's going to be fun times. But my partner is French. We're not married. We probably should be by now. We were like, we should just do that already. I mean, why didn't I do that like 10 years ago? We were like, I would have got the papers, you know what I'm saying? Like, first British woman to marry for papers. 10 years ago would have been amazing. At the time, I've been in Barcelona now for nearly 18 years. And at the time in the news, it was always like, you know, people were just like, you know, Colombiana, Mexicano, whoever, like, you know, moving and getting papers. And now I'm like, dude, that could have been me. Like, that's me now. Like, anyone want to marry me? Get me papers? Just kidding. So, I'll get it through my sons, it's fine. They owe me that, at least for the bathroom audience, right? So, yeah. But it's a funny thing, kind of mixed. So having French, UK at home, like we have a lot of mixed languages flying around, lots of funny interactions. The latest one was my 3-year-old turning nouns into verbs. So his latest one was, he just came to me and he was like, Mummy, can I cheese? That's a great question. I love the formation of that question is epic. I was like, to cheese or not to cheese? That's got to be one of the best questions in life. So then I said to his dad, I was like, can we go and baguette for a minute? Because, like, you know, I really just let's produce some code so that the kids don't understand. Siestas are a thing in our house, you know. Like, everyone go for siesta! Nap time! Now. Mommy and Papa will be available in an hour or so. 15 minutes later, it's a done deal. No, quickies. That's basically how the third arrived, if I'm honest. It was just like, I don't even know when. I was like, wait, how is this even possible? We already had 2 boys. I was like, there's barely time for us to have sex anyway, and now I'm pregnant with a 3rd child. We were like, when could this have actually happened? Like, when did we? So in a cloud of like insomnia and parenting, I was like, is that even like physiological? Am I like the Mother Mary right now? Like, how did this fucking happen? So yeah, he was a blessing. To your point, sir, he is a blessing. He's an absolute dictator, but he's lovely. So learning languages. That's the thing in our house. I learned Spanish in school and then university, and my first interaction with Spain was moving to Mexico when I was 19, and I kind of arrived with my pristine kind of Spanish from school, like, voy a hablar súper bien, he aprendido todo. And then I was like, arrived there and I was in Mexico, and I was like, first day in, landed off the plane in Cancun. The second day I was trying to get to Palenque in the middle of the jungle, and I was like, ¿de dónde se coge el autobús? 19 years old. And the bus driver, which means where can I take the bus from? And the bus driver just looks at me and he goes, de frente o de atrás, mi niña? Which means from the front or from behind. And I was like, what did I just do? And this whole queue of people, you're Mexican, you get it, whole queue of people just started laughing, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? I was like, my verb conjugation was excellent. What is wrong with that phrase? And then, there was a guy kind of a couple of lines back in the queue, and he was like, no digas coger. And it's like, I'm really turned on right now, don't use it. Okay, note to 19-year-old self. And then, like, a couple of weeks later, similar kind of mistake, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was just so embarrassed by what happened. Estoy embarazadísima. What? And the guy's just like, what? I didn't even touch you, girl. What's going on? But I got my revenge in that whole kind of incident when my madrileña flatmate spoke to me, and she was like, she was really hungover. So I was like, this is probably just hungover. But she came to me and she was like, Emma. She was from Madrid, and whenever she talked to her mum on the phone, I was like, oh my god, you guys really don't get on well, right? She's like, ¿qué, mamá? Pero no entiende, ¿qué? And I was like, fuck, she's really angry. But she came to me and she was like, Emma, I am so constipated. With a really bunged up nose, and I was like, okay, I don't have anything for that. And she was like, but I need something for my nose. And I was like, oh, okay, constipada, you've got a cold. Yeah, we figured that out. So yeah, I'm gonna go to my notes now because I've forgotten everything else that I planned to say. So this is great. No, we're up on time. Those aren't even my notes. Excellent. This is a fucking shopping list. What the hell is that? Okay, we're up on time. What was the last thing I was gonna say? Oh yes. No, that's it. Domestic abuse. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. So there's always a fun topic, right? International Women's Day. Stand up for your rights. There is a man in my household who abuses me. He hits me on a frequent basis. It is my 3-year-old son. There you go. Thanks, everybody.